were talking about how I wish I could be boob f***ed, but I have such a gap between my boobs.
Really?
That it just isn't nice, you know? Because they sit far apart, and then they're not real.
No, because I've seen you squish them before.
They do, but not for that. Like, who wants to get f***ed like this?
I feel like that's how it's done.
I'm Molly Stewart.
And I'm Laura.
And this is the Totally Wholesome, Not Dirty podcast. We're best friends, and Laura shoots pretty much all of my adult content.
Yep. I've seen everything.
Everything. I'm still trying to see everything of her, but that's part of the journey that you can experience here on the Totally Wholesome, Not Dirty podcast. Laura, what do we talk about here?
Anything and everything.
What is my job, Laura?
To be beautiful and lovely and funny.
Oh my God, you're so sweet, but that's not true at all. So Laura is here to bring me a little bit out of the dirty headspace and into a more wholesome one. But I can't say that all of our conversations aren't dirty, so they might be a little bit of a false advertising. But whether you're returning or new to the show, welcome, and we're so very happy to have you here. So, Laura, why don't you tell them what they can do if they're watching on YouTube?
If you're on YouTube, we'd love if you leave a comment, share with a friend, subscribe.
Do all the things, and wherever you're listening, definitely subscribe and share with a friend if you like what we have to talk about. So, let's go get not dirty.
Let's get in it.
Hello. Can you see my nipples?
I hope so.
Okay, cool.
I don't see any nipples,
Very
but...
good. I'm gonna get canceled.
You can't cancel what's already been canceled.
I've been canceled already.
So, as I was... I'll wait for you to put your hair on before I tell you the secret.
Put your hair on.
I'll wait for you to put your hair on.
Don't tell them it's a wig.
So...
Hold on.
No. Skitty, do you like coffee in the morning?
I love coffee.
Okay, are you like a creamer kind of gal?
I'm like an oat milk kind of gal because I'm basic.
Okay, so I was wondering if you'd ever heard of this little secret before, Laura. I don't know if you've ever encountered this before, but high protein, low calorie, low fat creamer for your morning coffee. Come.
I knew it. I was going to say semen.
Semen sounds somehow more gross than cum.
Do you think?
I think so.
It's kind of like dick versus cock.
Cum.
I met someone with the last name Seaman.
I don't want to be like semen for me. Spread your semen all
for
over
me.
my tits.
I'm saying that next time. Please semen
Please
for me, Daddy.
for me.
Semen.
Daddy, I want you to semen all over me.
Stroke that penis.
Okay, I think we're already canceled the episode.
10 minutes, not even in. And yes, sorry, y'all.
That's
Demonetized.
Well, only on YouTube, but they demonetize us anyway, even when we are totally wholesome. You know, we had...
not dirty at all.
No, not dirty.
No.
Never.
Totally wholesome.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We're just giving, fitness tips, like diet advice that has worked for me personally in the past, and sometimes in the present, and sometimes this morning.
Sometimes this morning. Oh,
so, welcome back to the show. I'm really happy because I got laid today, and it was really good. So let's celebrate getting laid. And welcome back to the show, Skitty, who, if you have not encountered Skitty before, please do so. Also, go listen to our other episode. It was episode 49, Big Beautiful Naturals,
Yes.
I believe it was
It was a
called,
good title, by the way.
because they are big, beautiful naturals.
Hey, man, I grew them. Might as well.
I wish I could have grown mine.
Put them to use. I mean, if I have to lug them around. Yeah. Yours look great.
Well, thank you. It's one of those things, though, with the implants that I'm kind of like, it's not that I don't like them or whatever, but now that I've lost more weight and I'm more shreddy spaghetti, I feel like they look a little weirder. Really? You know what I mean? You can tell a little bit more, like when I flex them, I get like that little like line of, but I'm also just getting old. You forget.
You're not getting old.
I'm ancient.
Oh my God.
Laura, how does my hair look before we get too far into this?
It looks amazing. I love it. You killed it with the waves, the curls.
Thanks. You just had to say it was all right, and we can move on without all those. Please stop. All right.
I love it.
So what have you been up to since? Because that's about. So this will be episode 101.
Yeah.
So it's like
almost a
half
year ago. Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was like July. I think something like that.
I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was hot again.
It was very hot.
I remember it was hot.
And at the time,
not for any other reason that it was hot.
No. It's not like we did anything fun together.
Very wholesome.
Very wholesome.
Extremely.
We didn't do any
Not
dirty
dirty
things.
You made cookies.
I think you're actually probably one of my least dirty performer friends.
Fair.
If if that's
fine.
wholesome.
Yeah, I'll be the
Very
wholesome,
wholesome.
the token wholesome person.
Our token wholesome
Whoa. There's me.
Like, wait.
Hold up.
Hey,
True.
Laura,
Coming from
they're
a
stealing
crowd.
our gerbs. Give our gerb. Some photographers have taken notice lately that Laura is in fact stealing their gerbs.
Gerbs?
Gerbs. Jobs.
Jobs?
Yeah,
Gerbs.
South Park.
Okay.
Because she's been shooting pretty much all my content.
Well, I mean, women do it better.
So I know that during episode 100
Canceled.
last week,
Damn.
you will have all got to see something very special. And now, by the time this comes out, it will have been at least a week since Laura, you were verified on Instagram.
It's hard to get verified on Instagram.
It's not hard at all.
It's $14.99 a month, and
Oh,
we're
is it
paying
really?
for it.
A click of
That
a button.
Oh, gee.
One click of a button.
Well,
Oh, and your ID. But that's it.
all right.
That's
But
it.
the funny thing is, all the photographers did it as soon as it was available.
Yeah.
And now
Everyone
that
got
Laura is stealing their
verified.
gerbs, I wanted her to be
So
verified,
she
just
got
like
me
all
the
of them.
verification.
Yeah. There you go.
And I got it.
I sent you Apple Pay
nice.
right after you told me that it was
She was
approved.
laughing so hard. She's like, this made my night.
It used to be hard, okay?
It was not hard at all.
Well,
One click of the button.
I kind of like that I got to pay $8 for my check mark. I'm not going to lie. Like on Twitter. I kind of dig it.
It does help too with like the catfishing.
Yeah. I mean, they could also pay $8 too, but they're not going to. For the most part.
But because
Like, not every
because
account.
I'm not verified and don't plan to be. Is it like? Did they actually do any checks to confirm it's you, or
On
it's
Twitter,
just like
no.
$8?
Yeah, on Twitter it was
insane to
enter
me.
your credit card information and like click go.
That's so
Hey, click go.
dumb. Like
So if you change your profile picture, your banner, or your name, it goes away for like a week, and you're still paying for that, by the way, which is just bullshit. And then it'll come back as soon as they just make sure like you haven't completely rebranded the account, like changed your name entirely, changed the photo entirely.
Yeah.
I can't change my name to like Elon Musk, you know.
Yeah.
I think that's literally why he made it like that, because someone
Yeah.
did that and it annoyed him.
Well, it's like then maybe provide some actual verification for a verification match. Even you can like still have some anonymity to it. Like I think it's
like,
ridiculous that
Instagram made you have to do your ID, and I'm like, well, that's kind of like the opposite of what we need.
But here's the thing.
Common ground.
If you can verify that it's like, even if they know it's you,
Yeah.
they have your, who cares what your display name is?
Exactly. I'm
Why?
like, why couldn't, like, you know, with
It's-
every other website we work on does the same thing. We all have to verify, obviously. You know,
Yeah.
make sure that you're over 18 and make sure you're
Consenting
a
or-
That
real
is-
person.
That
Yeah.
is you.
But why do I have to? You can't have a display name that takes the whole.
Yeah.
What's the point?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Nah.
Whatever.
Not for me. But it's for you. And for the show,
Hey!
honestly. So
It is for the show. I did it for the show.
and for me.
Well, and for you. Exactly.
it just-
you are the show.
It took no, I'm not. I'm just a piece.
We are the show.
I'm a tool. Remember? We
I'm
have
just a
tool.
whole.
Wow, use me, daddy.
That's the thing. Like I feel that I am. Do you feel that you are like a tool for sexual pleasure in a way?
Me? I am not providing a lot of sexual pleasure, so probably not.
No. I'm saying as far as even just the content that you create, it's not
think I'm
like
doing the
super
opposite.
explicit.
Like, I'm making them like blue balls. Like, I'm frustrating them.
Well, that's half the fun, isn't it? Because
It's fun for me.
Yeah, and isn't that all that really matters?
Hey, I think as long as we're all having a good time, right?
It's like if they keep coming back, then
Yeah.
who cares? And then if you're doing what's comfortable to you, but that's still like sexual in nature. It's like
True. No,
using your
yes,
body. And I don't
definitely.
even mean tool ever as like, oh, this is degrading.
know.
This is just like no.
No, like it's more like an asset.
Yeah.
Using what you got.
It might as well.
Assets.
Those are very nice assets. Let me
They're
tell you.
heavy, so they need to do something.
How's the back sit?
It hurts.
Yeah.
It's not great.
I'm sorry.
What happened?
They're just heavy. And
Big
Oh.
boobies.
I thought you got like an injury. I was like, are you okay?
no, just lugging them around.
Just big old bitties.
I mean, if
Well-
they're gonna room on me, they need to pay rent. That's just kind of the rule.
that's
For
true.
So-
sure. Massages are a must.
Yes.
All the time.
I
So
wish-
pay for them.
If you knew where to get a boob massage, let me know.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I have really big hands.
there we go. Content.
She's like, wait, I volunteer.
I volunteer as tribute. We could do that tomorrow. And we
Oh my
shoot content.
god!
Yeah,
Part of the
content.
shooting.
Yeah.
boob massage.
Yeah, a nice boob massage. We can get some nice oil in there.
Do it.
Just for work purposes.
Just for work
all
purposes.
Yeah, it's content.
Research and work.
Listen,
Yeah.
it's work, it's research, and it's providing a comfort to you
Yes.
that you
It's very
desperately
comforting.
need. It's
Extremely comforting.
health. It's for health.
It's a little R&D, research and
Yes.
development.
I love it.
Everybody, come on.
R and double D's.
There we
Triple
go.
Triple D.
R and triple
R and
D's.
triple D's.
3D.
What were we talking about before the podcast?
We were talking about my titties.
Yeah.
No. What?
Yeah,
were talking
the
about-
3Ds.
We were talking about how I wish I could be boob fucked, but I have such a gap between my boobs.
Really?
That it just isn't nice, you know? Because they sit far apart, and then they're not real.
No, because I've seen you
So-
squish them before.
They do, but not for that. Like, who wants to get fucked like this?
I feel like that's how it's done.
It
to
is
be
how
honest
it's
with
done.
Is it?
It's
Yeah.
very
That
stiff.
seems terrible.
you. It's kind of terrible. I'm not gonna lie.
Test it out.
Like, hold on, I needed to figure this out
Tomorrow,
for science.
can we use it with the toy and test it out?
You could fuck me with a dildo.
Okay.
This
to
is
see
great.
the mechanics of it. Because
Should I be
for
writing
science.
these ideas down?
Yeah,
so
we
don't
need
forget
a list.
Them?
we need a list. So 'cause-
Tit fucking with dildo.
Yes.
Boob
We just-
massage.
Yes.
yeah,
boob
boob
massage.
massage. To fuck with dildo. There's so many.
I think I wasn't supposed to say tit fucking. Oopsies.
No, tit fucking is fine.
It's wholesome.
David can bleep the fuck part of it.
Sorry, David.
Sorry for making you bleep it again because I just said.
Sorry, David.
David's probably like, I remember this girl.
No, David's like, I have to deal with this
Tit-
one every
tit
single week. She
fucking
doesn't make this shit
with-
easy.
Tit fucking with dildo. Okay.
Perfect.
Man, I really tried to keep that wholesome 10, but
Too much of a
Yeah.
challenge.
I mean, that's 8 minutes in. It's a little ridiculous.
No, we were talking
This is wholesome.
earlier. It was
This is all about
totally-
science, okay?
I think
Yeah.
2 minutes in, we got it pretty explicit.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Plus, we have a lot of intro stuff that starts before.
Yeah, we can
Maybe
pretend
we
it
can-
wasn't 2 minutes.
Ba-da-ba-da-da.
What we could do is come up with like,
Song and a dance.
yeah, I was
Yes.
literally thinking like an entire new podcast intro song. So
Yes.
make it like 5 minutes long, so that pretty much every time then we only have to wait 5 minutes.
That's better. That's more reasonable.
So I think we should just create like we need a verse. We need different. What are the
Lyrics.
Chorus?
Chorus,
Lyrics?
chorus, lyrics. I don't know, verses.
Yeah.
Is this Bible camp? Like, what's anyway? We need to have a whole new song to start the intro.
One time at band camp.
Have you ever been to band camp?
No, but it sounds like a good time.
Mm.
From what I've heard, there's a lot of interesting
You
stories.
went, right?
No, I've never been to band camp. I just made that joke before because I played the clarinet. I went to homeschool band. I don't think you understand the concept of
Homeschool
homeschool band.
You were homeschooled?
Mhm.
I was homeschooled.
Oh, really?
Why were we all
I think-
homeschooled?
Did we discuss that last time?
There's a lot of models that were homeschooled. What is that? Is that like part of the how to get into like porn? Is you were homeschooled?
Yeah. So
Check on the.
so homeschool your kids. I mean,
Hey.
All the parents right now are like, damn. Is that what's
but
going
I
on?
think it is that something. It's like, well, I never really had that interaction, and I was. Were you very ashamed of your body, or not so much? Like,
No, not really ashamed, but more like definitely curious. And like my homeschooling was like online based. So online based chat rooms is like super easy transition for me. Like it just kind of was like,
Yeah.
oh,
Oh, yeah,
let
that
me
was
just
different.
incorporate my tits. Chat room was easy. It was the tit part that I was like, oh, okay, we could combine these two.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Tits, chat room profit.
Yeah. Isn't that
Money.
cool?
Win-win.
Yeah.
I love it.
I like it.
Money.
I was more of like the here are the books, now figure it out.
Oh,
And so
yeah. I
here
would
I am.
have failed. I would have failed.
Well, you don't have to fail if you just know where your mom keeps all of the books with the answers. And then you just get a couple wrong on purpose.
Or if you know what the password was to the answer key.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. I didn't do that. I swear.
No. But see, this is what I like about us because
You made me feel
we
a lot better that you
listen.
said that. I was like, wait, me too.
Think about this.
You're like, oh yeah.
We're resilient. We figure out it's
It's problem
work
solving.
smarter,
Yeah.
not harder.
Exactly.
I know
Problem
this shit I
solving
need to know.
skills. Come on.
Exactly.
This was a good
There's always a
life thing.
workaround. to doing something that you don't want to do. You just have to be creative enough to think of what that is.
Tell my mom that.
Man, more people should be homeschooled. That's all I'm hearing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
I think
Everyone
that-
else is so like lazy and like uncreative.
You weren't homeschooled.
I was not, which is probably why I suck.
What? How did this happen?
I just wanted to make her laugh.
I don't know. The only person I saw sucking earlier was
That's
you, but
true.
anyway.
Well, I surprised her with the video.
It was a great video.
It was
We
fun.
love that video.
It was great.
It's
burned in my mind.
I love coffee.
Every time I think of coffee now.
Yeah.
And be like,
Coffee. Shout out Kay.
Shout out Kay.
Oh my god. Yeah. But I think that there is something about like being homeschooled where it's like, well, you're on your own for a lot. You have to entertain yourself.
exactly.
You have to, and it's also, I had this kind of mindset of, if I get all this done, then I can do all the things I want to do.
Exactly.
So it made me very efficient
teaching
with
you that work
doing
ethic.
just mean shit that I didn't want to do, so that I could go to the things I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like now.
And it's like you like have to manage your time more. Like I
Yeah.
need to get XYZ done and it doesn't matter how long it takes. Like this is what I had to do.
So like in a typical school day for homeschool, like you didn't have to be in for a certain amount of time, like in
No,
real
nobody
school?
is keeping watch of that.
I mean, you
That's
have to
all.
like
have
could
the
you sleep
lessons.
in?
yeah. You have to
I
like
never did.
keep like a log of stuff. Like I think for like the state, you have to. Your parents probably did it, but
Yeah.
like they need like a log of so and so. But like you didn't have to be on at certain times or anything. Like you just have to get certain curriculum done, and if you got it done, then you
Like
got
here's
it done.
what you got to do in a week.
Pretty
Get
much.
it done in a week
Pretty much.
at your leisure.
Yeah, like I graduated like a year and a half early because I just did I just tested out.
You cranked it out. You were like,
Yeah, I
let's
hated
go.
school. I was like, I am over this. Whatever I have to do to stop doing this, that would be great.
Did you do homeschool the whole time?
I was homeschooled from like first grade all the way through high school, and then
Wow.
I
You
tested
too?
out.
I was homeschooled until 2nd grade, and then homeschooled from 6th grade onward.
Yeah. I went to like
Wow.
preschool, and they were like, she has ADD and she's running into shit. Someone should take care of her. And then
Yeah.
they brought me home. They stuck me in gymnastics, and then they homeschooled me.
They
and
put
got
you in
the energy
bubble
out.
wrap.
Yeah.
I was bouncy, man. Like,
Yeah, they would always tell my parents, like when I was in school for that brief amount of time, that it's like, oh, she talks a lot. And then it became this
Oh,
thing
is
of
that
like,
a
that's why my parents pulled me out. From what I recall and what they've said, is there was this whole like thing that they said I had ADHD or ADD, and they were just like, well, that's just a thing that is of the times right now or whatever.
Yeah.
to be fair, I think like all of us had ADHD.
Everyone.
For sure.
I mean, I don't know anyone that doesn't have it.
Me neither.
I'm just kidding.
It's probably from the dang cartoons they had on.
Like,
Do you remember TV though? Like in the 90s, like they had like 5 minutes of TV, and then it was like these
20
crazy
minutes of commercials that are just
that
ingrained in
you
your head.
memorize, like, and just don't like remember now. Like no wonder we have ADHD. It was like information overload, and it's just getting worse.
Yeah.
Like TikTok, I can't even watch something for more than like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
This is not me helping.
Yeah. It's like there's this
And now I need
constant-
coffee to survive. Like this is.
there's this constant need. Well, even like when it comes to creating content, it's like there are days that you don't want to create content,
Yeah.
but you have to because there's always a demand for more, because everything is just more and more consuming, and it's more and more available, and it's like you have to keep up with that. But then it's like, I just want to like go run into the woods like a little heathen, like I used to, in my bare feet, and just like buck off.
Yeah.
But you can't do that because you have shit to do, you know. So
Yeah, and then people only want the newest, the latest, and the greatest. It's like you can have this huge portfolio of content, but if it's not new,
yeah, then they
It's
don't
like-
want
Then
it.
it does you no justice.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, oh, all that. What about that stuff I made like 6 years ago that I worked really hard on? No one cares about that. Okay, cool. I'll just send it out and be like, new video.
Yeah, you should just remarket it. You just
Be like, you look weirdly younger in this video.
you'd be like, thank
It's
you
the
so
makeup.
much.
It's the makeup.
I
Really
killed
good makeup
this
that
look.
day.
Besides, you look insanely young anyway. How old are you?
I'm 27.
20. Oh, baby.
You baby. The other girls are like 22. I look at them like baby.
Yeah. I remember reaching the 27 point, and I was just like, oh, I'm old now. But now I'm like, oh, I'm really old now.
So many things to look forward to.
No, but it's not even in a bad way. It's just that like
You're growing. You have
don't-
more growth.
I don't feel like I'm old, but it's like I'm still kind of that person that I was when I was younger, in
Yeah.
a way, with my interests, with how, you know, and obviously my views on the world and
Yeah.
myself in life have changed and evolved and grown. But I still enjoy all those things that I did when
Yeah,
I was young or in
of
my early
course.
20s that were good things.
Same.
Yeah. And
Well,
so it's
kids
like,
at heart.
I'm over here
Exactly.
at 37 and talking about aliens and butt plugs.
Wow,
So
I
come
would have
on.
told you were like 31, but damn.
but see, so
Hoping
here's
for the good genetics.
Here's an
Thank
idea
you.
that we had. So episode 99, you guys remember Probe Home.
Probe home.
So there have
What's the
been
name?
aliens coming to Las Vegas apparently, and apparently they were hostile.
Oh.
And we developed a game plan
Yes.
where basically Laura would coax them in. I would get them to shoot content with me. We would never have to work again. We could sell the AI representations of ourselves and start that into a reality show called Probe Home, where we just live with the aliens and they probe
This
us.
is why you're profitable, because like your brain just thought of that like kind of a thing. Like that was awesome. I'm not gonna lie.
I think it would be pretty good.
They're
Like
on it.
this is why you got the success.
Would you
have
watch
the
that?
mind. No, I didn't see it.
No. Would you watch it?
Oh,
Like, Probe
absolutely.
Home?
Hell
Okay,
yeah. Well,
perfect.
you're in it, so it helps.
Well, it would just be an AI representation of me. The very first sex tape would
That's
obviously
okay.
be me. You have to experience that once in your life.
Yes.
Or
Yes.
twice.
Or twice.
Or 3 times. Depends on how many probes they have.
Oh, like a 3-penis alien. Oh, like a prong alien.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I've never really considered what they would look like.
Probably
don't
not.
even know.
Probably not green.
Probably not green.
Probably not. Probably like purple.
Maybe gray.
gray.
I was thinking
Maybe.
silver.
Silver. Yeah.
Ooh, like shiny.
Like a lack of light kind of thing.
Ooh, nice. That would be pretty cool.
But 3 penises.
yeah, but maybe
But 3 penises.
they could have,
for sure.
instead of a nose, it's a penis.
Oh, so like
So,
Pinocchio,
Oh,
but like
what?
weird.
or, like, and it could go back and forth between the two.
Like a woodpecker.
Yeah, just give it. See, they always tell us, right?
Is that why they call it a
when
woodpecker?
you're brushing your teeth, you've had a guy be like, "No, you just move your head, just move your head." But now the alien does that with his nose, and we don't have to do it. So imagine the relief on your neck.
Yeah, imagine the relief.
Are we talking about alien sex again?
Again is the alarming word.
Alarming.
The fact that this has happened.
Profitable.
True. Agreed. Why has this happened before?
I don't know. We had a whole episode about
Why
it. I
hasn't
think-
it happened?
I think we talked about it
great.
for a good 20 minutes.
All right, I love it.
Easily. We had plans. We have plans. We're going to put it into
You'd write a
action.
script. Like someone will buy this for
Let's
sure.
do it.
When you were a kid growing up, did you have plans like what you thought you were going
What I
to be
thought
doing?
I was going to do. So it's kind of interesting. What I really thought I was going to do isn't actually that far off from what I ended up doing. Just like a completely different way of doing it.
Yeah.
So I traveled a good amount when I was younger, and I got into like circus stuff and aerial stuff. And so I kind of thought I would end up being like some type of like circus, like stage performer. Like I did ballet, I did gymnastics, I did the aerial stuff. So I had like a lot of like performing and like choreography in my life and
That's
like things
awesome.
like that. So I kind of always thought I would do like some
Yeah.
kind of dancing circus thing, and I kind of ended up doing that. I just do
Yeah.
it at home. So
You do that aerial stuff at home?
I
and
have
everything?
so I kind of faded off of it because like I'm getting old now. But like
Oh my god.
if you don't keep up with that kind of a thing, like strength wise,
No, I'm just saying.
you fall out
I
of the
understand,
ability.
but I just think when 27 and I was
I
saying
could
that
get
same
back
thing,
in.
and now I'm just like, oh no, it only gets worse.
And now look at her biceps.
I don't know, bro. I don't
mean,
think it got worse for
come
you.
on.
You're shredded now.
shreddy.
Like inspiration, not gonna lie.
Thank you. But to be honest, I think like I couldn't. I've always been kind of the strong cam model. I used to like squat girls on stream, like
Even
when we would
before
do
you were
girl
this
chat.
ripped?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
I always like I was one of the like not like biggest
You're
performing
really
cam
tall,
models,
though, too.
big cam model, and
Yeah.
most of the girls I would cam with are like these
Tiny.
little tiny.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember Jenny Potter?
Yeah, she's tiny.
Yeah,
She's
she's
5'2"
itty bitty.
or
I could just
something.
like bicep curl her like back in the day.
You bicep curled me.
Yeah, shoot, that's true. Oh, I did. I forgot.
I need a
about
video
that.
of that. That's
I need a
amazing.
video of that. We never got that.
All right, content
Shocker.
list. Let's go.
As someone who always loves new technology, one question that I have is, why can't tech be cute? But then I discovered kawaii lighting, and I realized that it actually can be, and it is, at kawaiilighting.com. These aren't basic ring lights. They stand out. So whether you're looking for RGB to make a statement or want to do something extra cute, like with their cat, heart, or star-shaped lights, kawaiilighting.com has you covered. Get one for yourself. Get one for the cute streamer in your life. Whoever you get one for, use code TWND at checkout or click the affiliate link in the description to let them know I sent you.
Bicepping Laura.
I'll add it to the list. Fine bicep.
I'll bicep curl both of you ladies.
Hey, I volunteer as tribute. Sounds fun.
I'll bicep curl you while massaging your titties.
Oh, wow.
Bam.
That's what you'll
content.
do. You don't need to bicep curl me.
I will. I just won't massage your titties. Or maybe I will.
if you want it.
I'll never stop. Oh, fuck. So, with the circus performing, that's really, really cool.
Yeah, I like thought I would end up like working like where I traveled. That's where I thought I was going to end up working. But it just kind of like didn't. Also, I didn't want to like leave home right at 18 and like travel and like be away from family and stuff. So like the camming idea like of being at home and being able to kind of have control over it sounded really good to me. So I tried it, kind of studied it for like 2 years and then like went for it and started it slowly incorporating the things I really wanted to do, like the aerial. Like I had for a while I had like a rig in my room that had like a little like freestanding thing so I could do aerial hoop. That's cool. Now I got rid of the rig because like I never used it. But I have like a ceiling thing for like silks and like things like that.
Cool. I've always wanted to try to do the silk thing.
You'd be amazing at it. It's all upper body strength.
Beautiful.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's you.
We should do a class.
I was gonna say they have classes.
Yeah.
You would love it because
No,
it
I
usually
can't
goes
do
hand in
classes.
hand. Why?
Because I hate people.
Okay,
And
fair.
I can't. Like, all right.
But it's
so,
all like pretty chill girls usually. Like
Where did you go?
I didn't go. I would love to take a class, but from what I've heard, they're pretty
Academy
nice.
had them like for a while.
And they usually do pole dance too, all in the
Yeah,
same place.
everything.
So you could learn any of those things.
See,
There's probably a lot in Vegas.
there's this
There's
thing
a
you might
ton.
not know about me that I can't take any. If I start something, I have to be immediately good at it, or I'm so frustrated.
I feel like
that
you would
I
be
just
immediately
rage.
good
I
at
think
it,
you'd
honestly.
be immediately good. And
Yeah.
it would be funny because you'll have me there, and I'll be immediately shitty, but I'll still be there.
Or I get wrapped up in the silk, and I just
Cocoon.
No.
Cocoon.
cocoon.
Yes.
I'm just. A cocoon.
And then we'll get you out, and you'll be like a butterfly.
Oh my god.
To be honest, no. I feel like you have the upper body strength, and then also the how tall you are really helps. Like being able to wrap things around your legs and things like would help. I feel like you'd be really good at it.
I
Have you
I
ever
am pretty
done-
good at wrapping my legs around things.
Have you ever done pole dancing?
Yeah, well, kind of.
Not like professionally, but like-
yeah. I had like one in my cam room throughout different places that I
Did you
went,
ever
and-
like try to do like
Yeah, I
tricks on
did
it?
like upside down stuff. I did like some
So if you could do
spinny
that,
stuff
You
and-
can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's been years, and now I'm old. I don't think I've pole
And
danced.
very
But
strong.
you still have
very
strength.
strong.
I don't think I've pole danced since like 2018. Maybe
That's not that long.
that's pretty long ago now.
Oh.
I know someone with a pole.
Who?
Me.
You have a
I could
pole?
give you one.
No, there's no. Listen, there. If we're gonna have pole situation now, where am I gonna put that? Every
Right
available
here. We'll take the fan out.
We'll take
make
the
it right
light
in the
and
middle
fan
of the podcast.
I think
we'll
that would just
swing into the
block.
podcast.
They make.
Where everybody could to your place, you got to do a little spin and then you sit down.
I love that.
Me
That's
too.
beautiful.
They
Can we
make-
do it?
They make freestanding ones. You could do it like outside.
Yeah, expo.
I had one of the freestanding ones before,
Oh my
and let me
God.
tell you, I'm almost too heavy for it.
They're
Like,
wobbly.
it's like because I'm so tall, I feel like
It
it's
sways.
just. I'm like, oh no.
So actually, okay, so I gave mine to Megan Maiden.
Mm-hmm.
Megan Maiden's ceilings are way too tall,
Yeah.
like mine were
Yeah.
in the new place. So she needs to get rid of it, and I'm like, well, we got to find it a home.
home, yeah.
It's the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pole. So if you want it,
They're expensive. I mean,
Can you just ask Carol if we can set it up in the backyard?
but it's a pole that needs a ceiling.
Oh, sorry. I
Like
thought
this
you were,
it would
I
work
wasn't
here.
Paying attention
Yeah,
enough.
it's just that
Yeah.
everyone's ceilings are too tall.
too tall? Wow, that must be a problem.
Do you need a pole?
No, I
you
have
have
one that's like not. I haven't assembled it. It could be. I just haven't. I had it and then I moved and then I didn't put it back up.
Yeah.
I had like a mounted like ceiling mount, so I didn't go flying because I did go flying off of it, like where the ceiling part fell off.
Oh no!
In like mid spin, there's like a gif of it too because this happened live and it was funny.
Were you okay?
I luckily was okay, but like so my cam room's in my garage.
Yeah.
So I had it like kind of wedged, just the normal wedge one.
Yeah.
And I guess I did a too big of a swing, and the top end I luckily was at the ground, so I like caught the thing and it like jammed into the garage door, and luckily I caught it, and there's just this gif of me like
Whoa!
Oh
I
my
got a
God.
ceiling mount after that. It's not going anywhere.
Oh my Lord.
Drilled into the stud.
Dang.
That was funny.
That
Yeah,
was a
if you
near-death
have one of those
experience.
wedged poles, please drill it into the ceiling.
Yeah.
Speaking
Oh
from
my God.
experience.
Can't imagine. The pole situations with Cam, it was always funny to like fall, but like
Yeah.
pretend I didn't.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm fine. I don't know what you're talking about. Me.
That was
I
part of
get
the-
off Cam and I'm like,
All of the best gifts are me like running into something, hitting my head, falling off of things. Like it's always the best. Like I ran directly into like a pole and just knocked myself out, and it's like the best.
camming is so funny because it's just like there's
It's just a shit show the whole time.
the whole time, and it's the best thing ever because it's like you never know where it's going to go, like
Yeah,
what you're
it's
going to
totally
do.
random.
And there's just so many instances of like I used to have one of the I still actually have it, but the big Jenga tower.
Yeah.
And I've had that thing fall on me so many times that I can't because I get them so
They're
high.
heavy, too.
I'm good at Jenga.
Good idea.
So good at Jenga. Nobody even wants to challenge me.
Wow.
You always get some newbie who's
Now I wanna
like,
play
who's
Jenga.
like, okay,
down.
but I do it on cam. So you get some newbie who comes in and starts buying the bricks because they're like, it can only go so much higher. I'm like, watch me. There's a video I sent you from that live stream where I made one as tall as you. And I was like, I'm still going, Laura.
I love that. Do you do like prizes on the little Jenga?
Yeah, I have them all color coded. So I
love
like
that.
drew a little highlighter on the bottom of each one.
That's
so
cute.
there's like a prize on some of them and then some blanks.
See, this is all creativity stuff that only homeschooled kids would not figure out. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
See?
well, I mean, kind of.
I'm kidding.
I don't know.
There's a lot of
You're
homeschooled
not
cam girls though.
kidding.
You have to it's like one of those things where when you are by yourself, whether it's like even
have
if
to be
you have
innovative.
siblings, right, you have to find ways to entertain yourself. Nobody's going to do it for you. It's not like there's a big group of friends typically, and I'm sure that might have changed or whatever, but not where I was growing up. It was kind of like the kids I saw were either at the band
The band
such long
Band camp.
skirts, and then like sporting, things that
Mm-hmm.
you pay to go to. So it's not like for the most part you would hang out with people outside of those specific things. You always have to find shit to do,
Yeah. And I was an only child too, so
Oh, that's right. We did talk about that.
yeah. But I had the girls in gymnastics that were a bunch of bitches.
I don't know. Were you pretty bullied?
Not really bullied, but I think because I was pretty isolated and like with just like,
Yeah.
like my family of only giving me positivity, that when I did go out into the real world, I was very confused by negativity. Like I was like, only positive reinforcement from like my parents.
Yeah.
And then like other kids would say things that would like really catch me off guard, and I like just wasn't understanding of like what sarcasm was and what like like why people were randomly mean. Like it didn't compute for me because I wasn't exposed to it at all, and that would like confuse me. So probably trying to bully, but I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of it ended up in kind of like jealousy. But like I feel like girls get really jealous over silly things.
Yeah.
Like I was always friends with whoever the like least talked to person was. Like I was like, they're the nicest, so I'm
Yeah,
gonna be friends
and
with
the
them.
realest.
Me too.
Like
When I could keep them, it was just like, who's like the
yeah,
quietest
whoever
one?
the outcast was, that's where I was like, okay,
Yeah.
we're friends now.
I'm like,
Because I
let's
don't
get
know.
hated on together.
Yeah,
Let's be
mean
good
girls.
this way.
And we'll have fun, I swear.
Yeah, like I just
And then you make it fun, so
Yeah.
you can keep them around, because who else you got? So I don't know if y'all want to go to manscaped.com and use code TWND to save 20% and get free shipping off everything that you purchase. But if you want your taint to be nice and smooth and have a nice little surface for some little finger rubbing action or maybe some vibrating action, can you imagine vibrating your taint if it was just full of hairs? I just imagine the hairs just like
Wrapping around.
wrapping around it, just like a mixer when you just like, or if you like blow dry your hair and all of a sudden your hair gets sucked in. Do you remember when they used to do that? Oof. Bad times. Don't want that. So if you want taint play, you need Manscaped. So go to manscaped.com. Use code TWND to save 20% off. Get free shipping on everything that you purchase, and your taint and your balls will thank you. You can get the Performance Package 4.0. The Weed Whacker nose ear hair trimmer is missing because I stole it. Because I have nose hairs, not ear hairs, thankfully. Haven't reached that age of life yet, but it's coming. So there's also the Performance Boxer Briefs, which are very soft, very comfortable. They are wonderful. And
Awesome.
I had a thought as we were discussing this, because you also know you get the Crop Reviver and the Crop Preserver ball toner and ball deodorant in the package as well as a travel shed bag. But
the piece de resistance to the Performance Package 4.0 from Manscaped.com is the Lawnmower 4.0. So it's got advanced proprietary skin-safe technology to prevent all those nasty little nicks and scrapes that you don't want. It has an LED spotlight so you can see what you're doing as you do it. That will help prevent any of that stuff as well. And I don't know if y'all noticed this, but
Vibration.
do you hear that? So if you do a little shave down there and then you just turn it around, it could provide a nice little stimmy. I'm not telling you how to run your life, but if you try that, you just let me know if it's all right.
They're also waterproof.
It is waterproof. Yeah, so you can shave in the shower, even though we have determined that apparently a lot of men don't like to shave in the shower because they don't like comfort. But if you shave in the shower or don't, can you call in to 702-900-6446? Tell us your sitch. Like, do you use water to shave? Because so many men that we know do not.
Yeah, just dry. Straight and dry.
You also said that if they do not like to shave in the shower, to keep everything in the shower, they also make a mat now, correct?
Yes.
Manscaped?
Yeah,
So
it's
Manscaped
like a
has
newspaper. It's
mat?
really cute.
Cool. So it just collects all the shavings.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So go check out
Invest in
Manscaped.
those.
Manscaped.com. Back to the show.
Back to the tab.
Back to the tabs. Back to the taint.
Yeah, and they're always going to be nice to you. And I'm like, the girls in their little clique are all mean to each other. And I'm like, are you even enjoying life?
Yeah, why are you even friends? Like, that's not...
Don't even like
that's
each
not what
other.
friends are.
I'm still burned from the 12-year-olds. I'm 27, I still don't like them.
Yeah. I feel like those ones from your childhood really stick with you because you just remember the first ones and the things that they said that would stick with you and hurt you and were said specifically to hurt you, and, you know, rumors and gossip and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, it sticks with you.
Yeah.
And
I'm still petty.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
But it's okay.
Fantastic.
We just hope they're fat now and it's all right.
I ran into one of them, and I'm not going to lie. Weren't looking so hot. It's like, well,
Carmi.
great life, girly.
It's one of those silly things. It's like the first instinct too is to just be like, well, I hope you're ugly. It's such a woman thing.
Yes, well, they deserved it.
But it's also kind of one of those things. I feel like I don't know. I was called that like all through my childhood. Girls are mean, man.
Jesus.
But you know, you would hear things that I was called, like I got like a bad hair dye one time. It was supposed to be dark brown. It ended up going completely black, which was not even my intention. And they were calling me the goth gay. Like they were. This was at church, mind you.
The church girls are something else.
Oh yeah.
There's
Holier
no
than
hate
thou.
like Christian love. I'm really serious. They really don't like you. No,
they would
I
call me fat, and I would wear baggy clothes just so nobody would look at me. Like, I got so mad when my mom threw away my favorite shirt because it was like 5 times too big. She's like, "You need to stop wearing this." I was like, "Never."
It's like
I don't know why they're so mean at church. It's weird. I was like, why are you like, we're supposed to love each other. Did you not read the thing? Like,
No.
I got the pamphlet. Love each other. Hello.
I don't think they read it.
No.
No.
I pictured like a hot air balloon. Like
What?
around you.
Oh my God.
It's just this big thing.
It's the Billie Eilish style.
Yeah.
That was, it was a big,
For
just
real.
an oversized black Calvin Klein shirt.
I think that's why she did it too. Like she like didn't want people to make comments about her body, so she was just like only wearing like giant baggy clothes. And it's like, well, that's valid. I mean, people are horrible.
She's like, don't look.
I haven't really thought about that in a while, but it was very much like, because even my grandma, when I didn't have an interest in boys or whatever, would be like, well, you know, you inherit lesbianism, because my grandmother, on my father's side, ended up having a female partner later in life. And it was one of those things, like I was being called a lesbian at like 12 years old because I'm not interested in
Weird.
boys who are fucking mean to me. And
Well,
I had
she
so
could be
much
a
shame. Like I
lesbian.
used to like tape down my nipples with Band-Aids so I didn't have to wear a bra because I had tiny nothings. It was just, I've always had insane nipples. So I just cover them up and wear baggy clothes and be like, don't look at me, don't whatever, you know?
Yeah.
And it was just
That's
like,
cruel though. Like, God, what's wrong with kids? This is why I don't want kids, because I can't take it. I would be
Yeah.
like,
Same.
I'd be like, who said what to you? They're dead. Like, I don't care if they're 10. I can't have kids. Like, no.
We're going over there right
I'd be
now.
like, sorry, who said what?
yeah.
We're going to have a word with their mom right now.
We're gonna throw hands right now.
Like-
I don't care. I don't know where they'll go.
Get your kid
but they're
in
gonna be
line.
thrown.
I'll slap all you motherfuckers.
And that doesn't fly today, so I can't have kids.
Yeah. Can't discipline them like you used to be able to, you know, back in my day. Let me tell you.
The wooden
A slap
spoon.
to the face. Ooh, a little soap in the mouth. You like that bar of soap?
Sorry,
Just
what
grind
was that again? The little
soap in the mouth? Just like that.
Is that where we got that from?
I mean, maybe.
It's all about childhood trauma, isn't it?
I was like, this tastes awful. What's cum? It's better.
I thought the preferred word was semen.
Oh, sorry. Semen.
I'm just kidding. That's how I feel. Splooge.
I was driving behind.
I don't
this-
like splooge. I don't like. It's like moist.
Ew.
Ew. I don't know why it's nasty.
I was driving behind this guy the other day, and he had this like lifted truck, and on the back of it, it had a bumper sticker, and it said, "If you hit me while I have my kids in my car, I'm gonna beat your ass until the cops come."
Well,
And it's a bumper sticker.
that's a long bumper sticker.
really long bumper sticker.
Like I was like this,
And then I was like, these poor kids.
right?
Like, I have a
geez.
father.
Is it like
this.
screen printed across the entire back of the truck? Like that is the biggest bumper
It was
sticker
like
I've ever.
this size, and it was like, if you hit me when I have my kids with me,
You have great eyesight
I will
to
beat
read all that.
your ass until the cops come.
Like okay,
I do have pretty good eyes.
So
For a
so what
37-year-old.
So
I'm like, you gotta like really be squinting to see that
this
kind of
guy
thing.
had it.
So
like,
listen, this is this guy's logic, right? If you run into my car while my kids are inside of it, instead of calling the insurance and making a claim, I'm going to beat you
your
half
ass.
to death.
And I'm going
and
to
then
jail.
go to jail and be pulled away from my children. Please actually do that. I hate my children. That's what that reads
Yeah,
to me.
it really
it
does.
was wicked. It was wicked. I was like, what is going on with this world?
Jesus, okay, calm down.
I
I won't hit your car.
I
Relax.
was like, screaming.
I'll back up.
I was like,
Put it in
I'm on in
reverse.
reverse, yo. I'll hit the person behind me. It's fine.
Everybody just starts hitting each other just to clear a path for this guy because they're like, not his kids.
Put it in reverse, Terry.
I want to live today.
Jesus.
But if his kids are in the car, go for it. Just smash
Just
them.
hit him, man. It's fine. It's fair game.
Yeah, I guess if the kids aren't in the car, it's fine, right? Jeez.
People are so aggressive.
I know.
People are aggressive in this area. Like in Vegas, they're aggressive. They're wild. I'm not gonna lie.
Have you noticed like the sheer amount of vanity plates in Las Vegas versus any other place in the country I think I've ever been almost?
Vanity plates?
Yeah, like you're like a custom license
Oh,
plate.
a custom one?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot. I had one I saw one the other day that was like spoiled something. It was some variation of that, but with like
QT.
numbers and levels. Numbers and levels.
Numbers and levels?
Numbers and
Symbols?
letters. Like, you know,
Letters.
I can't remember, but it was basically the equivalent of spoiled, right?
Spoiled
And
6'9".
it was like a Honda Civic. And I was
Oh,
like,
you're spoiled, girl. I see how spoiled you are, babe.
It's spoiled. It's spoiled with a T. Like, period.
You know the inside of the car has like rhinestone everything, like the wheels, all like the furry little.
yeah,
the
like
seat
when it's
covers.
it's been in the
Spoiled.
parking lot for too long, birds fly over top and they just explode because of all the rhinestones.
I've seen even people have rhinestones in their fucking cup holders. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
I've
we're getting
seen
a
a
bit
lot.
too much.
It's a little too glittery
Yeah,
for my.
and it's a little
liking.
too close to home because I remember when I got my one of the Christmas gifts from my mother, who knows me so well, was a little thing to fit around the push ignition.
Like a little rhinestone
An
circle.
applique
Yeah.
of rhinestones. And I was like,
You need that. When I look at you, I think that that's what you need, actually.
Maybe you
I'm like,
do
you
because
know-
you don't like birds anyways.
No.
So if they flew over and died,
I don't care
you'd
about
be
the
fine.
fucking birds.
I'm going to send you
it's like, I
rhinestone
don't wanna-
applique for Christmas. Like, everywhere.
Like, is this the 90s? Are we bedazzling again? Like,
We're
what's
bedazzling. No, it's like in style right now. It's
to
bedazzling.
I can't.
It's very in style. It's trending.
All right,
until the-
hashtag
until the
bedazzled
air-
pod.
Until the airbag goes off and you got rhinestones in your eyes. Good luck, besties.
Oh man, rhinestones in your eyes.
Oh.
If you get in a crash or something and the airbag, I mean, that stickers are going to fly at you, right?
Yeah. I never.
Good luck with that.
Whoa, but maybe they land in a couple cool spots in your face and you just have those like cool piercings. You don't have to get it done. Just stuck in there forever. Little blood, but it'll be fine.
Should we do that tomorrow for your makeup look?
Content?
Yeah.
Just put on the list.
Get into a car accident, explode rhinestones into my face.
Great.
Wait a week to heal and see what's there.
I got crystals in my kit. We're good.
Oh, okay.
She's like, wait, you don't have to go through all that. I have them.
I'm just going to put them on you.
Beautiful. That sounds good.
I'm going to give you an eyebrow piercing tomorrow.
Ooh. Actually, I think like the first piercing I ever thought I would get was an eyebrow piercing, and then I just got a tattoo instead.
Do you have any? Just your belly button?
Just belly button. I didn't get that until I was like 28.
No, because I wanted to get mine, and then I literally walked out of the store. I'm such a pussy. I was like, I can't.
We'll
scared.
go with you.
I'm scared.
We'll go with you. I'll hold your hand.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Content.
Yeah.
Hey.
Skitty gets her belly button pierced.
We'll do that for the next
I recorded it. I had black
Did you
hair. It was a
record it?
moment.
It was a moment.
You had a black hair?
Yeah, it was black.
I love it. I feel like you would look good with like maybe like a small nose ring or something, like a little little gem.
I have fake ones.
Yeah.
And so I just pop them in whenever I feel like mixing it up.
That's good
I
enough,
got it down on the content.
I love it. This girl's like, I got everything.
Hey, we're
gonna read this tomorrow and be like what were we doing?
Well, we won't do the belly button thing tomorrow, but you know,
But
whenever
in the
you
future,
want.
we can
whenever
revisit.
you
Next
want.
time. I'll just
or
text
tomorrow.
you.
I mean, it's up to you.
I'll just text you randomly and be like, hey, did you want to hold my hand to get my belly button pierced again?
Yeah, it'll be like,
in
of
like
course.
a year. And you'll be like, huh?
No. I would be like, absolutely.
Episode 150. Let's go.
Yes.
Yes.
It gives us something to look forward
Yes,
to.
a year from now, check back in.
We're just in a tattoo shop, and I'm like, I don't want to be here.
Well, I'll get it something pierced with you.
Oh,
yeah, how about that?
I'll get my
Something.
clip pierced.
I was literally.
I'll get my nipples pierced.
I'm just kidding.
Let's go.
I was like, clip piercings? Oh my god.
I don't think I could. Maybe a nipple.
Yeah, I would
But
do
not
it.
a
one
clit.
nipple? Only one.
Just one.
I don't
Nipple.
With that
I'll do the other one. Like the.
But
It's
here's
a vibe.
Here's the
Right.
thing with the whole nipple situation is
They're nice.
I love my nipples.
Like, I'm jealous.
Like I love my nipples.
They're
It's my
permanently
favorite.
hard.
People always ask me, "What is your favorite part of your body?" It's my nipples.
I don't blame you.
Because I used to be so ashamed of them. But
Really?
Yeah, it's
Well,
Band-Aids.
I mean,
remember?
No, but like, I feel like if it's like all the time and everything, it's probably annoying.
Yeah.
But like,
But I like it now because I don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah.
I'm old, so I can have my nipples
And
out if I want to.
also, it's kind of like in style now, where girls are like stopping wearing bras and like
Oh,
no
I
one
hate
cares
it.
anymore.
They hurt
like,
my back. Like it's good for shoots.
Free the
but
nip.
eh.
like
Who
people don't
needs
care
them?
anymore if your nipples are kind of showing through stuff. Where I
Oh.
feel like people were like annoyed by that like 10 years ago,
Mm.
which like whatever. But
But I love nipple play. I can almost come just from that.
same.
So, if I lose sensitivity, I'm going to be really mad.
From piercing,
Yeah.
I've heard it's more.
I've heard that it can, if you get it wrong,
Depends.
that it can hit
Yeah.
a nerve and you would just lose
True.
feeling. And then I'm like,
Yeah.
Same thing with
It's
getting
not
boobs,
worth the
though,
risk.
right? Same thing with getting boobs. Some
Well-
people lose sensitivity in their nipples.
Yeah, I guess that makes
So,
sense.
but I have a lot of irrational fear that it's like, here's this like small instance of something happening. I'm like, that'll definitely happen to me. And
Yeah.
it doesn't, but it's just how I live.
Yeah,
my
like quicksand was supposed to be a lot more
Do you-
deadly.
I remember
then.
being so afraid of quicksand.
It was in like every TV
It
show,
was everywhere.
every movie,
I remember
everything.
Princess Bride,
Cartoons.
especially for me, I was like, oh, the quicksand.
Like, why are we all gonna fall in quicksand somehow? It was like a '90s fear.
you're all testing all the sand
can quicksand
everywhere.
actually kill you?
I
Can you
guess.
actually
I
die
don't.
from quicksand?
Look it
Let's
up.
look this up.
I mean, I feel like.
I want to know how severe quicksand actually is.
Has anyone died from Siri? Has
How
anyone died?
often do
Where is quicksand?
people?
I don't know. Like in the jungle. I
Let's
don't.
find out. Where is quicksand?
in the
I don't know.
So it's where the ground is like shifted. Right? How deadly is quicksand? All right.
Where is quicksand?
This is all my fault.
It used to be a standard trope in action movies, although you don't see it as much these days. A patch of apparently solid ground in the jungle that, when stepped on, turns out to have the consistency, the consistency of cold oatmeal. They
Of
sink
cold
down,
oatmeal?
blah blah blah.
So if you're looking for quicksand in the U.S., you can find it in the marshy coast of Florida, the Carolinas,
It would be
and
Florida.
Utah, New Mexico, and Arizona.
Everything in Florida is trying to kill you.
Oh, here we go. All right,
Makes
so,
sense.
but quicksand is not actually as dangerous as advertised. Quicksand, that is sand that behaves as a liquid because it is saturated with water, can be a mucky nuisance, but is basically impossible to die in the way that is depicted in movies. That's because quicksand is denser than the human body. People and animals can get stuck in it, but they don't get sucked down to the bottom. They float on the surface. Our legs are dense, so they may sink, but the torso contains the lungs and thus is buoyant enough to stay out of trouble.
Interesting. So we will not die. All right, cool.
So if you get caught in quicksand, if you go to Florida,
you can get out.
Yeah.
you can find yourself stuck in quicksand, then lean back so the weight of your body is distributed over a wider area. Moving won't cause you to sink. In fact, slow back and forth movements can actually let water into the cavity around a trapped limb, loosening the quicksand's hold. So the more you know.
Wow. This
Thank
has
you.
been
You're
education
welcome.
by Molly Stewart.
Yes. Stay tuned for more.
Tips from the homeschooled kids.
Yeah.
You can't really die in quicksand. This is going to be my personality now for like a week. Did you know you can't actually die from quicksand? We're too buoyant.
But did you die?
It's a mucky nuisance, actually.
It's just a mucky nuisance. I don't know what to tell you. It's just saturated with water.
You're not going to die.
It's not even dangerous.
Like, relax.
I bet you
God.
thought you could die from quicksand, but you can't. That's like
But
me
you
at parties. Not like that, exactly. But that's like me at parties when I don't know people. It's like, I'm like, what weird little facts do I have in my head that I can throw out and see if something sticks?
Just hoping.
I love it.
Please
I love
respond.
it.
Like, here's this weird animal fact. You like that? Do you know manatees are actually nice? That one came from Kay. I mean, I knew that from experiencing manatees.
I think
but they
dolphins are
nice.
lesbians or something.
Dolphins are.
Sorry,
David, you have to the
What? That
That
escalated
too.
so hard. What happened?
you have to beep.
I said it too.
Uh-oh.
Make sure you beep.
Damn, I just thought they were gay. Shit.
Yeah, they'll actually like get on other fish as well.
They're aggressive.
Oh.
They're very aggressive.
Is it seahorses? One of them is like...
Seahorses, the men have the babies.
That's true. Don't they... Something like throws their dick off and like at the female. That's how they...
Hang on.
Whoa!
Octopuses? Something. The ocean is scary.
We
What?
learned about sea cucumbers.
Sea
Oh,
cucumbers.
sea
Yeah.
cucumbers. Tell her about sea cucumbers.
So sea cucumbers live on the bottom of the ocean and they eat with their hands.
Their
so they're
hands?
like this, eating.
Eating.
And
Okay.
then,
Poop.
Oh, yummy.
yeah, like all the bottom feeding stuff. And
Great.
then their
Love that.
asses are really big.
Oh.
So they have huge asses, which can be great like for crabs to live in because it gives them shelter.
Different kind of crabs. Okay.
Yeah.
I hate when there's crabs in my ass. It just sucks.
And they shoot out like venom, is like silly string.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to see a sea cucumber. They're full of shit and they're going to shoot poison at me.
Yes.
Great.
But
And they have
big,
hands.
And they have big asses.
Great. They got a dump truck that's going to kill us.
Oh my god. Okay, so it's this weird octopus
It's an
called
octopus, yeah.
It's an octopus called the Argonaut.
It can like throw its dick at you
The
to impregnate it.
The tiny male that's mean. The tiny male throws a modified arm containing spermatozoa. Spermatozoa.
Sure. It
It's
sounds
sperm.
fancy.
It's semen, I think.
Semen.
At the female, which will then swim toward the male's mantle, the sac which stores.
The male's
Per-
mantle.
Wait, the females. Hang on.
Whoa.
This is a
This is
lot.
intense.
The male throws the modified penis arm at the female
Yeah.
and then swims towards the female's sac,
Oh. Right in the ovaries.
finding its way inside and subsequently fertilizing the eggs.
Sorry, the octopus goes inside or the arm goes inside? The arm goes inside.
Wow.
The arm goes inside.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
swims over and is like, I'm gonna fuck you.
So the male's oh, this is crazy. The male's modified arm, why are they saying arm? It's clearly a penis, develops in a pouch under its eye until it's called upon.
This is so much worse than I imagined.
Dick face.
I'm not
dick
gonna I'm not gonna bring up any more weird animal facts.
Oh, I love this. This is the most amazing thing.
Did you not know this?
No, and I
Oh.
didn't know that his dick grew under his eye.
But have you heard
Imagine
about the
it's like,
octopus
man.
that throws a penis at the female? Have you heard of that?
I hadn't heard of that, and that's
It's
this
so
guy.
amazing.
This is a
So
treasure
So he
fact.
shoots his penis out of his eyeball. The penis lives inside.
Jesus. If that's not an alien, I don't know what is.
This is great. This is like
The males will die after throwing their tentacle at the female.
Yeah.
this is like probe home shit.
But the females don't die after laying eggs. Instead, they continue to grow and reproduce.
I think they like eat him or something. Like, I
Came
know that they're
over.
like
That's cool. I
something
like
like that.
the Black Widow eats, or kills at least the male. But she eats them too, I think.
lit. Do you remember that?
Black Widow?
Okay, speaking of aliens, do you remember that show V? Like no one remembers that show. It was an alien show, and like it like got canceled. It was like an alien invasion show, and it was like a cool little sci-fi thing. And then it got canceled, but the very last scene is like how the alien leader girl is going to recreate. She like has sex with like this random like really hot buff guy for some reason. Like that she just like told him was like, "You're going to mate with me," and he was like, "Yes, ma'am."
So people will watch.
And then she eats him, and then that was the end of the series. And it never like they can't just leave it like that. I'm upset. You can't leave it like that. She
V?
ate him.
They need a reboot.
It was just called V. I think it was a
Putting
reboot
that in
of something else.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago. I was like 10
V.
watching this, so like the memories
Well, we
might be
just- yeah.
a little weird.
Alien.
I
show.
But if you
love
want to
it.
see alien probing, it's a
I
good
am
show.
down. Oh, it is. It's on Tubi.
It's on Tubi. I only know
Oh,
what
she has
Tubi
wild
is from
hair.
the
I love that.
from the Super Bowl commercial. It's the only reason I know what Tubi is.
So she eats him.
Yeah, she just randomly eats him, and then like she has like all these like eggs, like thousands and thousands of them, and that's how they left it. It was a cliffhanger, and I'm like, I need to know more about this woman that eats men and then makes eggs.
Do women have a desire to consume men? Because I always
might.
bite my man.
I might.
I bite.
And
Is
I,
it a problem?
Like a
I
chew.
nom on him all the time.
Nom.
And I just want to like, I'll sometimes go on his, I'll just come up to his arm. And I'm sure this is very annoying. I'm like,
Yeah.
like it's corn.
It's completely natural. I don't know what. Every woman does that. I don't know. Every woman that says
It's
she
just
doesn't do
feel
that
good.
is lying.
Wait, if you are a woman
I don't.
and
You
you,
don't
don't,
nom on
and
your
you
man?
don't
I
nom,
nom.
Yeah.
even
I
on your female partner, if you like
have to
women,
nom.
do you nom your partner?
Ow, ow,
must
We
ow.
need
nom.
to know. Please call in 702-900-6446. Or if you have a partner who is a female and she noms on you, please let us know. We want to know if all women nom.
We want to know about the nomming.
Because we
It's-
got 3 noms out of here.
It's a phenomenon.
Phenomenon.
It's a phenomenon. Phenomenon.
Is that the name of the episode?
Phenomenon.
Phenomenon. Dun, dun, dun,
I
dun,
love that. I really do want to know because I feel like most women I know nom.
Yeah. It's very in right now.
But
It's trendy.
I feel like I've just always nommed. Is
Just
nomming
always
trendy?
not. Always not.
To nom or not to nom?
To numb or not.
That's not a question I asked.
Okay, but like to
Nom.
be fair, I feel like men when they see like a booty like that, they want to nom on it. So I think it's fair that we all
Nom,
just
nom,
want to
nom.
nom
We
on
all wanna
things.
nom.
We want to nom on things that are attractive.
Sha-na-na-na-na.
It's kind of. Well, I also feel like this. Like I'm sure you maybe with your pets just want to like
Yeah, that's
Like,
an
eat
intrusive
them.
thought I had to work on.
and like bite like nibble on their
Just wanna,
ears
like,
and stuff.
Pop it like that. That's
Yeah.
a problem. That's
Three
intrusive.
gerbils?
Yeah, I have 3 guinea pigs.
Oh, guinea pig. Sorry.
I
not
got them when I
gerbils.
was like 10. So you just want to like. So when I was 10, I got my first guinea pig. So I had like prime ADHD. Like I had to work on like not squeezing it. Like it was just like an intrusive thought, and I was like, why do I want to squeeze this guinea pig?
It's
like
cute
a burning
aggression.
desire.
It's cute
I never
aggression.
squeezed it, to be fair, but like, don't give your 10-year-old a guinea pig.
Give them a ferret. They're
I
squishy.
would say
That's true.
Guinea,
They are a little
guinea pig is
floppy.
probably better than hamster because everybody I know
definitely.
who has had a
They
hamster
all
has
die.
a severe hamster trauma story.
Yeah, hamsters
Did you
only
have a
live for like 2
hamster?
Yes.
years.
Tell me about
Didn't
your.
we talk about this?
Did we?
Maybe. Well, my cousin had a hamster, and we put it on the ceiling fan, turned it on, and he flew and hit the wall.
I don't think we talked about
That is the worst hamster story I've heard. Actually, no.
No, it's not.
My best, no, it's not.
It lived. It hit the wall, though, like boom.
I'm
and
glad it lived. My childhood best friend told me that she lost her hamster because it jumped off the roof. So I mean,
Why was it on the roof?
I don't know. I don't know. Like, how did it get on the roof,
she
babe?
was like, "We're going on a trip."
Okay,
to the roof.
I got one for you.
Don't give your 9-year-old a hamster.
No, don't.
Don't do
Unless
it.
you want to teach them about death really early.
Yeah, don't just give them like a fish that like you maintain, like please.
Because let me tell you,
Oh no.
Midnight and Teddy, a little black hamster, a little like sable, like an Edward colored hamster. They fucking hated each other.
Oh.
They had little holes in their little hamster ears, and I used to think, oh, it's cute. I can put my earrings in their ears. which they didn't seem to mind.
They're
But
like, it's heavy.
one morning, I remember waking up to go give them the pebbles. I was like, they're cuddling. No,
They're dead.
Midnight was eating Teddy.
Oh no.
Because I
Why was
lifted
he
him up, and he
eating?
took a chunk of Teddy with him.
Ah!
Yeah.
Oh, that's traumatizing. I'm sorry. That's horrible.
Sick. What?
Yeah.
I don't think you've
That's
got
why I'm not
hamsters
afraid
ever.
of
Wrong
death.
with Midnight.
Twisted.
Sick and twisted, dude.
Midnight was like the original Julia.
Midnight is like, this is what happens when you stick earrings in my ear. I'm gonna eat your other pet.
No,
so you
they're
stop.
cannibals?
Sorry, Teddy had the earrings.
Poor
I have
Teddy,
to-
man. Teddy just didn't get a good hand. in
hamsters
life.
Hey,
are-
listen, I didn't pierce his fucking ears. That was Midnight's business. I don't know what to tell you. He had his own little shop set
Everyone
up in that
just
tank.
hated Teddy. I don't know.
He was a kink
I
man.
thought Teddy was the cutest. He was so fat. That's probably why he
Aw.
got eaten, because he tasted the best.
That's
and he was
terrifying.
slow.
But I didn't know hamsters were cannibals.
I'm like, I think hamsters are vegetarian, like
thought they ate
herbivores.
hay.
I don't know if
Yeah.
he was
I
eating
don't know.
him
Actually,
or
maybe
just tearing him apart.
He's really mad at
way.
Teddy.
It wasn't good.
He was like, "Get out of my cage. You're done here."
Was Teddy alive?
No!
He was dead.
Thank God. That would have been traumatizing.
His neck was ripped out.
Oh God.
Skin his
Jesus.
flesh ripped off. But he's alive. And I'm like,
Rip Teddy.
I missed that part.
Yikes. Poor Teddy.
R.I.P.
Well, no more hamsters for you, Molly. Stick to
know.
the dogs.
I never had another.
Stick with those hip. I think stick with the dogs. They're
Yeah.
Oh my
Guinea
God.
pigs are. I haven't had anything eat anyone else, but maybe I should be worried.
well. So I've heard guinea pigs, they can reproduce like
Really
crazy
quickly, yeah.
If you have like the boy and girl, are all
Yeah.
yours the same?
So
or-
when I was 10, the first round of guinea pigs I had just a girl, but they need a partner. Like they can't live alone.
Yeah.
Like they'll die of like
Same.
depression. Yeah, kind of like us. Kind of. They're very social animals. And so I don't know why, but mom was like, "Let's get a boy." I don't know. So they got a boy, and then I had a boy and a girl, and then like one day I'm holding like my guinea pig. I'm like only like 10, right? So I don't know a whole lot, and I noticed she got a little fat. But all of a sudden, she jumps out of my hands back into her cage and immediately gives birth. And I was like,
oh, it's like, gotta go.
I started screaming. I was like, Princess had a baby. She's like, my mom's sleeping. It's like 8 in the morning. She's like, what? There's just like this bloody fur ball in the corner.
Oh my God.
It was fine. It worked out. Like she only had one, but I was like,
Oh.
damn. Like it was another girl. So we had 2 girls. Had to separate the boy, obviously.
My
But-
boyfriend's parents.
That was
said-
terrifying. I'm not
Oh
gonna
my
lie. I was
God.
holding it. I felt so bad too. I
'Cause
was
you're like, "What did I do wrong?"
She's
And then
trying
she's
to
like,
give birth, and I'm like holding her like a fucking toy, and she's like, "I'm trying to give birth. Could you put me down?" Like,
Hey, she took care of business.
so sorry.
And probably you're just massaging it out. That was all.
felt
She was
so-
like, this is
She
me.
had
One
to,
little
like-
squeeze, just one little intrusive thought just flashed.
She
and
had
was
to
like,
like
Gotta
backflip back into her cage because like I was holding her on my chest. So like the trauma of her trying to give birth.
I
Jesus.
just pictured a
Resilient guinea pig.
on one of those balance beams.
Yeah.
She backflipped and then gave birth. That's the most talented guinea pig.
Queen.
Right?
Oh.
Her name was Princess, so
She came from princess to queen.
she really
at that moment.
she slayed, honestly.
Wow. Oh my God.
Man. But no, now I too much trauma. I got all girls this time. No
Yeah.
more.
I don't
like-
need that again.
So my boyfriend grew up with guinea pigs, and he said they reproduce so much they'd have to sell them to the pet shops
Ugh.
because like they were just
Yeah,
always
you can't have boys and
babies.
girls. Yeah,
Yeah, and,
and they won't stop either. They'll babies will get pregnant.
And
Like,
then
you
they
can't-
eat. They could eat the babies.
If there's too many, and
Yeah.
they start getting panicky, I could see that.
So get rid of them.
But they're herbivores, so if they're eating
Which
each
is
other,
like hamsters apparently.
the
but
problem.
that's the problem.
Animals are wild because I had a Maltese before, and she gave birth. I didn't know that she was pregnant.
Oh shit!
So
Randomly,
she was also just a little chunky, but she
Yeah.
was always very fluffy, and so it didn't look
Yeah,
that
they're all
much
hair, too.
different. And I feel like her pregnant was not that much different than like before. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And just popped them out, and 2 of them were stillborn, and she
Aw.
tried to eat them.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
that
that's
was like,
instinctual.
whew, of course. But I'm just like, man, animals are wild. They're like,
Was there a
well, I have
successful
to
one?
feed now. Yeah.
That's good.
I ended up giving it to my landlord to get a little discount on rent because I had
Nice.
no money.
Oh well,
He had a puppy, so there you go.
Hey.
Dogs gotta pay rent too.
Yeah.
Use what you
Let
got.
me tell you,
Time
that was
to-
the only dog that ever paid rent because these motherfuckers
Time to get a job.
had to buy a new rug because Iron. Oof, he just had a minute. You can see that one little stain. I still got to work on
I
getting
have a
that
bunch
out.
of them in my
Aw.
house. Yeah, the bile doesn't come out.
I don't want to have carpet. I want to
Yeah.
get just
Yeah.
wood throughout,
I
and then
ripped
just
it
get
out.
and then just get rugs because they're easier to replace or at least to wash.
Just so
never
you
get out
know,
of carpet.
As soon as if you do rip it all out and you do like as soon as you buy a new rug, that will be where they vomit. The brand new rug, like just got it the day before.
It's a magnet.
They will throw up on it. And she's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, look, this is nice." Thanks.
Let me
babe.
tell you, it
that
happened.
literally happened.
That happened because that new rug that's in the living room, Edward's little crate is just on the side of it. Brand new rug, and the old rug didn't used to touch his crate. Now it touches the edge of the crate. It's a whole acrylic front. There's like little tiny holes like that. He managed to out of nowhere
vomit out.
projectile vomit
In the hole?
through the hole. Some splattered onto the acrylic thing, but most of it went through the hole and
Damn.
onto the carpet.
That was dedication. I am impressed.
He's not even the one that ever throws up, and so that's when I was
He
like,
was like, "This is mine now. This is my rug." Claiming the territory.
"Oh my god, it's so terrible." But I love them.
Yeah,
Keeps it
sweet.
interesting. And then every now and then you get to change up the house because you get a new rug.
Hey, it's an excuse, you know.
Time to redecorate.
Oops.
Hitting
Hey,
home good.
hey, Ian, I'm getting sick of this rug. Can you throw up on it, please? if you feel the need, please, just on this
Right,
one.
and it was like
Not on that
one
one.
step away though. Like we
You
could
didn't even
have,
see. It got in the shag.
but like
it's
the
over
rug
there.
you can like throw in the washing machine. We had to throw up on the carpet.
Mhm.
Like it's,
There was another bit over there too. I got some resolve on the way, so we'll see if it
poor thing.
takes it out. But I'm just happy. I was so freaking out. I was
Oh,
telling
I
you
know.
before rolling because I thought like he
I would have been sobbing. I understand.
was.
Yeah, no,
I was
fucking
like,
sobbing.
I was like, baby, hold me, tell me. He's like, it's okay. He's just sick. I was like, what if he dies? He's going off to die. He won't come out from under the chair. I was panicking.
It's valid though. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Well, 'cause
terrifying.
they're your children.
Yeah.
You won't want to see them sick and they can't talk. So it's like even
Yeah.
worse.
My dog just like didn't want to drink water for 3 days and then started shitting blood and had to go to the hospital overnight. And I'm
Oh
like,
no.
why are you trying to kill yourself? I love you.
Yeah.
Stop
You
trying
live
to die.
in the good life.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know how good you have it. You sleep in the bed.
You had a better childhood than me, damn it. What do you mean?
Like, why? Drink water, please. $3,000 later. She's good now.
Yeah, just hydrate
Thanks.
and don't eat socks. It's like all I ask of you.
It's not that hard.
It's not that hard to do. I don't even make socks readily available. You have to get them out of the bin.
Yeah.
Why are you doing that? Why are you going that far?
My dog had like a flip flop stage where like
Oh.
if you left a pair of shoes on the ground, specifically flip flops, they were gone 1 hour immediately, and I would keep forgetting. I would just leave my shoes.
Yep.
They're gone. She's got them. Chewing on it. New
Yep.
toy. I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Button, you have so many toys. Why my shoes
Yeah.
don't even smell good? Why?
I know. I'm like, you sick fuck.
Like what?
What's
You
going
have a
on
feet
with
fetish.
you?
What is your problem?
The dogs are so like weird. Like Julia a week or two ago. Not the shitting blood period. I guess it was more than a couple weeks
2
ago.
weeks
I have no
ago?
concept of time anymore. Probably 3 months ago. Who fucking knows? But I was going out and my yard people had to cancel for that week. And so I went out to pick up the dog poop. And she pooped in front of me. And there was just like hard chunks of plastic sticking out of her poop.
Oh,
And-
she ate something.
And a Q-tip.
Oh, great.
Tip.
So we went through the trash can.
I was like, but they all have tops on them, so I was really confused as to where these items had come from.
Oh, your garbage cans have tops on them.
yeah, so to prevent them from pulling
Yeah.
stuff out. So I was
Man,
like,
dedication. That
Jeez.
they will find any mistake.
Was
so
it
then
a
you go
squeak?
around to try to like find
Like, what
it
had
is that
happened?
Was
they
the
ate.
plastic from a squeak?
It could have been, but
Might have been.
yeah, it could have been.
Maybe.
Could have been a squeak. I do love ripping those apart.
They do.
They
It's like the
shred
best part.
those.
They're like, I worked really hard on ripping this toy apart. Don't take my prize away.
I will shit it out.
Yeah, I would
Before
rather,
you could
I would
take
rather
it.
poop it out than
Yeah.
have you take it from my mouth right now.
Dogs are always so guilty when they look at you too. They're like, I'm not eating anything.
Especially Julia.
It's like, what's in your mouth? I'm like,
No.
Edward does that shit all the time. Like, he'll try to lower his lips over his mouth so I can't see it even more.
It's like, open your, come on.
And then he gets lockjaw, and I'm like, what the fuck is in there?
Oh, there is
And
no stronger strength than a dog that is trying to keep whatever's in their mouth in their mouth.
Yeah. I'm like, that's insane. If you wanted to kill me, I'm pretty sure you could with that grip, because
It's impressive. I'm
One
like, you're only 9
chunk.
pounds.
and then
How
you
are
get it open, and it's just like a piece of fuzzy from like that they ripped out of a toy, and I'm like,
The guilty face, though.
or I'll come back to the table, and it's like, I've made food for myself. I'm like, finally, I can sit down and eat. I go pee, and I come back, and Julia's like with her feet on her back feet on the couch, her front feet on the table, licking it clean. Like it's already gone. I was like, I was gone for like 2 minutes.
Man.
How did you manage that?
That's impressive.
And it was far, so she had to do a little, just to jump over, because I pull the
They got
table
tiny
back,
legs,
so they
too.
can't do that. She was stretched as far as she could possibly
She's like
be.
pinkies out.
And she
like,
looks at me like,
She's like, hey.
oh.
Hello. Oops. This is why I got a dog that's too short to reach things.
Yeah, I thought that's what I was getting with corgis, but they're also mountain goats. I don't know.
Oh, they're cute, though.
They are cute.
Little
I
corgi
love them.
family.
So, what more stuff do you have coming up this year? Do you have anything big coming up with your camming and shoots?
I planned I rented like a Airbnb in Joshua Tree. It's coming up. So I know you went recently.
Yeah, it was
I
fun.
love. I don't know why they're pretty cheap out there, and they're like
Yeah.
really nice places. I rented it for a couple days, going with some girls, and we're gonna make hopefully a good amount of content. But that's like the only thing I have planned at the moment.
Nice. That'll be really fun.
Hopefully, it's gonna be really hot. It's gonna be next month. So
Yeah.
like,
and it's not
100
as
degrees.
far as I thought.
It's
Yeah,
not that
it's not.
far.
That was a great trip. We should redo it. And another one. Like
Yeah,
it's,
that'd
it
be
was
fun.
like
Yeah, and there's
way
so many
closer than I
places.
thought.
Yeah.
I was like,
And they're
wow.
very remote. There's nice landscapes. Like, there's pretty good internet out there too.
Zion's cool too.
I
wanna
haven't been.
go out to Zion.
Zion.
I think that should be our next trip for pod.
I've heard it's amazing.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah. Where did you guys go with the shoot that was like the kind of like bodybuilding and the rockscaping? Like that was amazing.
Ooh, that was out
Red
at
Rock?
Red Rock. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That was so like that was the coolest. I was like, oh, I loved that. I don't know.
That was
I
really
like the
fun.
art aspect of things, so I was like, oh, that was fucking awesome.
That was really, really fun.
That was
And
cool.
every time we'd see someone like hiking up, like
I was
they would,
wondering.
like put their clothes back on really quick.
Yeah, or
like,
cover up with the
themselves-
paper.
Yeah, hide behind paper.
Yeah.
That was an awesome shoot. That was
That
a
was
great
really fun.
concept.
I like doing the stuff like that. That's kind of artistic and not really sexual. Like the
Yeah.
sexual shoots are fun too,
Yeah.
but like stuff like that where you can just really like use your
Just,
body to make
just
art.
creativity.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So cool,
I was like, I want this as my wallpaper.
right?
should-
It's like
You should
art.
make like
We
prints
could-
of that kind of thing though. Like that's the kind of thing you want on
coffee
your wall.
table books.
Yes, no,
It's a coffee table book.
That would be fun.
Have you ever
Yeah.
made one of those? Like
no,
a photo book kind of
no,
thing?
but I would want to ask because the photographer also makes their
True.
own photo books as
Oh,
well. They're
fair.
not. One of them isn't even on social media. Very
Yeah.
too much for
Fair.
the Instagram. So I don't want to like impede on that. But I want to ask if I could make one for maybe a fan.
But like,
That'd
I
be
mean, you
so
could
Just even for
you
myself.
could even
Yeah.
do like a
Be
number
like, hey,
of shoots.
do you want to see me naked in front of some rocks?
I mean,
And
come
they're
on.
like, ma'am, this is a Wendy's.
It's art.
Do you make calendars?
No.
You should. Why not?
I-
You don't want a Molly calendar.
Well, I just feel
I
like
feel like people would love
I
that.
feel like people have
it.
calendars. Do people use calendars?
Yes.
Because I don't use a fucking calendar. If I have one, everything
it's
is
not
on
about
my
the calendar.
phone.
It's about the hot girl on the calendar.
I love a good calendar.
Yeah.
But see, at that
Personally.
point, then I would rather have
Like
like
a
a
poster.
photo book or like no. I don't
I
know.
make calendars
Maybe a
every year.
calendar.
I have some
Do
pretty-
both.
Well, maybe show me where you get yours. maybe.
Shutterfly.
Shutterfly?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's not. It's. I mean, it's a little pricey, but it depends on what you
Yeah.
sell them for. Shipping's not okay.
My one concern too about doing stuff is whenever I say, "Hey, do y'all want merch?" Not many people buy the merch, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
and then
So I
get
only make that
overloaded
stuff
with
to
merch.
order. Like
Oh,
I
okay.
like wait. I'll do like pre-orders for it. Like so like
Oh,
I have
cool.
I do like a rank month in
Good
October.
idea.
So I'll start selling them in October because we're coming towards the end of the year
Mm-hmm.
for the next year. So I'll do like pre-orders so they can go towards rank month and stuff. And then I'll know how many I need at least
Yeah,
by
that's a
like
good idea.
December.
Yeah,
And
that's a
I
good
don't.
idea.
Yeah, there was one year I just ordered them and then I had like 10 left over and I was like, that was a mistake. See days. Like what do I do now? They're only good for a year. Like I
Yeah.
can't.
That's
sell
true.
it.
Mm.
But
I mean, you could just sell it just for the photos, I guess. Sign
True.
everyone.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I bring
You
it
just
back.
cross out the year. and
I
you just
ripped
write
out-
the next year.
I ripped
Everybody
out the
go
photos.
forward one day.
Yeah.
Perfect. Just put a little sticky note over it. And it's just like 2024. It's fine.
I had like an old calendar that was just like left over, and the first time I went to AVN, I just ripped the pictures out and just signed them.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. Or
Hand
just
them to people.
frame the pictures.
Yeah,
like,
it's
you know
easy.
what I mean? Hang them on the wall.
Multi-purpose.
Yeah.
Creative.
Get rid of the calendar part.
Yeah, I'm one of those, I don't like to waste things. I hold on to
Yeah.
like too many things. Be like, what can I do with this?
No way.
And it's like, that's a cardboard box. You have like 4 of those. You, don't
You
need
hang
another
on to
one.
things? No way.
Yeah. So it's like you were saying earlier, it's like my old kind of cam
But you-
inspo, but
You like things that remind you of things or are special to you. There's nothing wrong with that.
yes, I just feel like I like the Polaroids,
You
especially
have personality with your stuff. Like a lot of people are very like minimalistic. Like I'm definitely a minimalist, but I love this kind of a thing.
Me
I
too.
I don't have the dedication to do like that kind of a thing. But like I love seeing it executed. Like
well,
it's-
thank you.
I think it's awesome.
I feel like,
Like this is cool.
and I feel like I'm even more minimalist than I used to be. And it's kind of like, I just don't like, I like to buy things with purpose. I'm like, I think
Yeah.
this would look particularly good here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I will get something for there. Or it's
Not
like
just
maybe,
buying it and hoping you make it work.
Yes.
Yeah, same.
Yes.
It's
But
all
then,
part of a plan.
but then the
Yeah.
problem comes when you find one thing that like, that would look really nice there. Oh, but fuck, now I need something to accent it there. And then you get into the cycle and you're like, oh, I haven't left my house in 6 months.
If you're
it's so
having
nice
fun,
here.
who cares? You
It's
know?
fun. It's like a never-ending art project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you're a content creator, everything is useful.
Yeah.
Like any kind of art, anything is like, well, I'll use that in a shoot coming up. Like it's easy. You can
Yeah.
find so many. I worry about what do I do when I retire? What do I do with all this shit? What do I do with it all? Why do why do I have all these things now?
Then I just do YouTube.
Sell them? Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like it's one of those things that once you have a fan base, once you have an audience, it's just
Yeah.
kind of like what you decide to do next. It's
Yeah.
like, because even like with this, it's like, no, have I quit what I do? No. But now I've added another thing, and not everybody listens to it, but some people do. And it's just like, and that garners new people who then
Yeah.
might go to the other thing. So it kind of just everything I feel like can transition
Yeah.
together.
I just wonder about the people that are like it's not me personally, it's not you, but
Yeah.
like people that completely fall off, like they just don't want to do it anymore. What do you do with all the shit?
Sell it.
Give it to
maybe.
Goodwill.
I mean, the thousands and thousands of dollars of investment and stuff, and you're just like, I
Yeah.
just don't want to do it anymore. Like that's crazy to me. Like I couldn't imagine it.
that's
I'm
one
like,
of the-
no, I put too much investment in.
No,
This is my
that's-
life now.
That's my thing.
This
That's,
is
that's
my
just-
life now.
It's one of the, we were talking about this with Jordan Perry. It's like the fully in or like get out.
Yeah.
To me, I can't understand, like there is no backup plan.
Yeah.
It's maybe the plan changes and
Yeah.
evolves
Yeah,
in
yeah.
a different trajectory.
grows, yeah.
Sure. But there's no like, well, I guess, I don't feel like doing this anymore, so I'll just go work at Starbucks or something, or
Like,
get an office
huh?
job. Like, no,
After
I'd
all
rather,
that work,
I'd
hell
rather-
no. I'm doing this till I can't do anything anymore.
Exactly. Like any other job I can think of, I'm just like, I'd rather die.
Yeah, like no, it's too. As soon as you have your own creative freedom to do whatever you want, it's like, why would I ever give that up?
It's like, oh, the possibilities are actually endless because there's so many different
Yeah,
things that you can
'cause
do.
you're in charge.
It really is.
And it's like,
It's just like-
nothing sounds appealing anymore. I'm like, you want me to sit in an office and type on a computer? No. Like,
I'd rather talk to guys and tell them about their wieners. Like that's more fun for me.
semen or cum? Come on.
Yeah, semen or cum? Which one do you prefer?
I love it.
But I think that's really cool that you also kind of have that mindset of just
Yeah.
like, this is what I'm doing. And
Yeah,
I
like this
love
is
to do
my
it.
this is my life.
Yeah,
Like,
it's not a
that's
matter
it.
of it's not a
career.
matter
Like, it's
of-
not a job. It's a career.
Exactly. It's not a matter of for you like, oh, what will I do when I retire? It's more like, what will I do next?
Yeah, and I hear
like
people
that
say that, and I'm
trajectory.
like, what? I'm like,
Yeah.
27. What do you think?
I-
Retired some 60.
Even if but here's the thing, like even if I could retire maybe at a certain age and be like, I don't have to do this anymore. I'm like,
I
why
don't
would
want to.
why would I want to stop? Or why would I want to like never work again? I like to work.
Yeah,
and
I
it
need
could change
purpose.
and do different. I have plans when I retire. One of the things I want to do is have like a coffee and bakery shop.
Oh, I love that.
That's gonna be sick.
That's what I want. And I think
Without
that's
the blowjob
simple.
at the end, though.
Well, here's the thing. Well, here's the thing. So I want to
It
make
probably could be a
provocative
thing.
pastries. I want to make provocative pastries.
Yes, vagina donuts.
Yeah, or
with
like
cream,
like a
jelly
really
coming out
beautiful like cheesecake.
Yes.
It's like a snatch. Or
of it.
and,
Little booty. Like,
and the coffee,
pastries.
man's getting good at the pours. I want
very
him to
good at it,
learn
by
how
the
to
way.
make penis shapes into coffee.
It's got to be possible.
And then there can be different kinds.
Probably can make a vagina pretty easily. I'm not gonna lie. Like do the little.
He has
and then
made a vagina for me before on accident, but he was like, "It's a vagina." I was like, "It does look like a vagina."
He's got to get it down.
Yeah.
Dial it in.
We gotta practice that again.
Yeah,
Get it.
So I think, but it's cool to
Get
have
it,
plans,
get
and it's good
it.
to have
Yeah.
like the idea that there's always something more.
Yeah. And I think people give up on that of like, oh, well, this isn't working for me anymore. I don't know if I want to do this anymore. And I'm like, you had like 3 slow days. Like, you're going to give up your whole life's work like here? Like, I don't know. And for me, I started at 18. So I'm like, I'm almost like 10 years in. I'm like, no, this is like, I've built so much. I don't even care if it doesn't go any higher from here. I'm great with where I'm at. Even if it went lower, I'm still happy.
Because you still enjoy what you do.
Yeah. And
it's
I'm like,
not
maybe
like a
that's
drain on your soul.
Maybe that's the difference. I think some people don't maybe enjoy what they do, which is fair, but like
they make it work.
Yeah, like you gotta find that way to enjoy what you do, because it is possible.
Yes.
If you're not enjoying it, maybe take a look at it and be like, hey, what are you not enjoying? Because you can do this in so many different ways.
Yeah, that's what happened for me actually, because I hated camming, and then I got rid of my abusive husband, and I love what I do now. So because I can do what I want.
The abusive husband part probably hindered a lot of the camming.
Oh yeah, I know. But something that I've heard within this industry as well, and talking to a lot of people, not even necessarily people who have been on the podcast, was that there were a lot of partners who got people into the job, like older partners who were like, here's the thing you need to do to save us, essentially, because it's like, oh, they couldn't be fucked to do anything. And it's a story they hear about a lot. And it's like, yes, it happens. Yeah. Was it this what I would have picked? I mean, no, not necessarily, because there was a lot of shame. I've said this before, but it's kind of like, it is what you make of it. And it's like, once you're in, like, do and enjoy. But I definitely did things that maybe I wasn't comfortable with or whatever. And it's like, once I stopped letting other people narrate and dictate what it was that I was doing, then it was like, oh, here, I can just do what I want to do. And I can feel happy and fulfilled in that. And I can do other things as well, because it's not one thing and I'm not one thing that they were telling me that I was.
Yeah. That's horrible that that's like your introduction to it all. It's like, but the fact that you're able to overcome like such a negative view on it and be able to turn it into positive now, like you reclaimed that. Yeah. And that's like, that shows how like amazing of a person you are to be able to be like, no, okay, I'm in this situation. I'm not going to like abandon it entirely. I'm just going to reclaim that and be able to do it a way that makes me happy. Do it her way. Yeah. And that's inspiring. I mean, I think a lot of people can probably resonate to your story. There's a lot of people that have similar, I've heard a lot of similar stories. I mean, I'm sure you have too. And, you know, that you can reclaim that and be like, you're happy now. And there's another side, and that's important for like people to see. Because there's probably people in this situation right now, and they're like, I don't know how to even see another side. It's like, no, there's another side.
That's one of those things that too, even like being in the industry, it was hard to get into and to understand what my role and all that was. But it's not like, oh, every situation with this was miserable until I left my ex. It's no. Like there were so many external factors outside of the job that were sexual abuse and emotional and physical, and it was all this kind of stuff that people don't see. You know what I mean? So it's like
it wasn't the camming, it was everything.
It was everything. You know? It was almost like everything else besides camming. Like for a while, camming, I loved it because I could just be away. I could be around these people who were not telling me how terrible I was. I was like, hey, you're cool. It's like, sweet. So it was like, you know. But once I, you know, got to a certain point of making a certain amount of money, then that was expected. And it wasn't just expected to be maintained. It was expected to go higher. Yeah. And somehow at the end of the year, there was still never any money left over because somebody likes to spend. Oh my God. And it was always like this never ending thing. And so now that that's different, I'm like, oh, like I can do more than one thing. I can still have interests that aren't just work. Yeah, and I can change what the work is. I can change where I go and what I do with that. Yeah. And I think more people, if more people could kind of figure out that it's like when somebody gets like a bad agent or something like that when you're getting in, and it's like, here's all this advice for how to do the best. It's like they don't always have that best interest at heart. No. If they're pushing you to do something, I feel like if anyone is pushing you to do something that you don't want to freaking do, then you have to think really carefully about that if you're going to be okay with it. Like,
I feel like there's a lot of behind the scenes work in the industry as a whole of like people just like seeing people as objects of, you're this asset that's going to bring me X amount of money. And so it's like, if there's ever people in your life that are making you feel that way, maybe don't work with those people, because like there's just dollar signs on a lot of us of
Or-
just looking at
yeah.
us like that, and it's like, whoa, I'm a lot more than just dollar signs. Like, hey, like I have passions and things I'd like to accomplish. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not just here for you to take a cut.
Yeah, exactly.
Like-
But that's how it starts to feel. And it's like,
And they're already taking a cut, even if
Yeah.
you have no one else working with you. Like, there's already a cut being taken, and there's a cut on top of that, and a cut on top. It's like, hey, whoa, like maybe I'll just take a step down, do with
Yeah.
what I'm happy with, and just be happy.
yeah,
And there's nothing wrong with that.
yeah,
I think
it's
there's
very true.
too much pressure. and
Yeah,
that
there's-
ruins it.
Yeah, the pressure is really what's up, because then it's also like you feel like, well, if you're not hitting those lofty goals or whatever, then well, something is wrong with you, and
Yeah.
you're told that something is wrong with you, and you're not doing enough, or you're not doing this. It's like there are just lulls. There are times when things
Yeah.
are slow. There are times when you're not feeling yourself. There are times when you're depressed. There are times when you're like
Yeah,
not
and it's such a
working to your full
demanding-
potential,
Yeah.
and when you're getting only negative feedback, that just
Keeps making it worse.
it makes it
Smacking it
so much
down.
worse. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I was trying to get up. No, go down.
Yeah, exactly.
Really good.
It's like, oh, we can't get too big of a head. I was like, well, it's like, but you know, if everybody else wants this out of me, then clearly I have some value. If I'm here and you're just wanting to take from that, then clearly I have some value. So don't tell me that I
Yeah,
don't.
you need me, obviously.
Yeah. Otherwise, you could do this shit on your own.
Right.
But you're not.
No.
And it's like, that's not even like, you know, to necessarily doing this, but even like with a partner who's like, well, you're more than happy to take a piece of all of this success and then maybe make you feel bad for it or get jealous because they're not earning it, but they're also not doing anything then
Yeah.
to supplement that. It's
Right.
like, well, then you go do something.
Yeah.
You have to have your own interests. You have to have your own
Yeah.
things that set you apart, because otherwise you're just meshing into the same person.
Yeah.
And when someone loses their identity, that's like the biggest inhibitor of happiness. Because it's like, say that, you know, it's for instance, with my situation, like he didn't have a job and didn't have friends. And there was a lot of personality reasons
His
for that.
job
Sure.
was managing you
Managing. Yes. I built all of this. I built you.
in his head.
Yeah. Well, he built it up in his head for sure. But but it's one of those things. It's like, well, if you don't have anything outside of whatever weird little money project you see me as, it's like, then what
is your
are you?
purpose?
Who
Yeah.
are you? Because I don't see you sitting on cam for 12 hours a day. I don't see you making content or editing the content or schedule. I don't
Yeah.
see you doing that.
Yeah.
I don't see you paying the bills.
That's
I don't-
crazy. I just,
you know?
ugh.
But it's like, if anyone out there is in a situation like that, it's
Yeah.
like, just really think about like how much you bring to the table versus someone else. Because there comes a point too where it's like, sure, even if they're not, you know, like financially abusive or anything like that, or maybe they do bring some money or whatever, are they reciprocating your feelings for them in the same way? Are they treating you the same way that you are treating them? Like, is there enough give on both sides to make whatever you're in worthwhile?
Yeah.
Because you owe it to yourself as someone who wasted too long hoping that people would just change and avoiding the red flags and thinking it was my fault. Really just try to evaluate that, because it's very important.
Yeah. But the fact that you're on the other side of that it's very inspiring, I think. I think you're a very inspiring person all around, honestly. You probably
Ditto.
don't see it, but there's a lot of people there's a lot of people that share that, I promise.
Yes.
Okay, well,
She's like, fine.
where can they find you?
They're there, I promise. I promise.
Well, where can they find you on
Me?
social media?
Social.
Yeah.
The
Um,
socials.
I won't talk about me anymore.
What about the CTT? No, I'm just kidding.
CTT technology, transporting cellular transport technology with Liquid IV. Go to liquidiv.com. Use code TWND to save 15%. Get free shipping on everything that you purchase.
Yeah.
Vitamin B3, B5, B6, B12,
B12,
and vitamin C.
When I tell you that I Googled the slogan because I wanted to know it, I couldn't find it, and I'm mad. I was like, where's the damn slogan?
I don't think that there is a slogan. It's just the thing that I always say.
I love that. That's
So
great.
that I make
We'll put
sure
it
to
on
get
a
all the
post-it
vitamins.
note for you.
It's great. I was like, why don't I have a
On a tiny Polaroid.
I was
A
mad.
tiny Polaroid.
I was like, why isn't the slogan somewhere? She knows it by heart. It's somewhere.
It's like I had
Bad marketing.
I had to do that to like make the references so that I would remember, and then for a
So
while
it's your
I was
own
forgetting.
slogan thing.
Yes.
Okay,
I
I
just
thought it was
like
something
key
intelligent.
talking points
I love that.
that they said we
Liquid
needed to have
IV,
in here.
by the way. I don't think we
Shout
mentioned.
out.
liquidiv.com.
I like your liquid IV mixer too.
Oh, thank you.
I'm into that. It's to mix it live. I love that.
I'm so sorry. Where can they find you on social media? It's getting so hot in this room. I'm having trouble thinking.
Skitty.tv/links. It's pretty easy.
Okay, perfect.
Easy peasy.
We'll also link that in the
you.
description, so go check Skitty out. Find her everywhere. And thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me
Thank
again.
you.
It was special.
And we will see you Monday.
Come.